So Alex Jones needs to pay $1 billion to those affected from Sandy Hook based on his lies and clear defamation, knowing that he was saying something untrue and saying it anyway publicly, stepping on the heads of the horribly affected people who lost their children. Alex Jones is about to pay $1 billion because the jury in Connecticut rendered a verdict saying that this was clearly defamation and not okay. I'm going to get into that, but before I do that, hit that subscribe button, follow along where I will make sure your future injury case is protected. So, Alex Jones, this is somebody who clearly expressed what he thought was his right to have free speech. Why is there a difference with what Alex Jones said to what free speech in the First Amendment says that we can say what we want when we want? Now, let's say that you are at school and you scream knowing there is not a fire, that there is a fire in an auditorium with, a bunch of high school students. Let's say there's 500 people in this auditorium and you scream fire in this entire room of people and everybody panics, sprints out of the room, and let's say somebody gets trampled and killed. Can you be held accountable for screaming fire? The answer is yes. Free speech has its limits. If you are knowingly saying something false and it leads to harm in a predictable way, that's where free speech ends. Lies that are intentional, especially after dozens of people lost their children in Sandy Hook. Alex Jones knew that, spread lies. And what we just saw was an example of where free speech stops. It stops with defamation, where you knowingly say something untrue, knowing it could harm people, and you do it anyway. Do you think that this was the right decision? Do you think that $1 billion message was necessary for Alex Jones? I mean, I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I don't generally put politics out there. But free speech has its limits. We as Americans are lucky that we can say what we feel when we want. But if free speech had no limits, people would be screaming fire everywhere. Alex Jones is an example of putting out a lie and being held accountable for it. The jury said, this is the line. This is not okay. Defamation, in its definition, I'm going to have somebody put the definition of defamation right here. Defamation is within the law. You can be held accountable if you defame somebody, their family, somebody public, somebody private. There's a reason why the law protects this. Defamation is basically where free speech stops to a certain extent. And Alex Jones, by knowingly putting out lies about Sandy Hook, is being held accountable for it. The jury has said that defamation is not okay, especially in the context of something this sensitive. Before I go even further into this, I'm interested by what your thoughts are. Comment in the comments down below. Do you think this was the right verdict? Do you think defamation is the line of free speech? And if it's not, tell me what you think the line of free speech is. Thanks so much. Before you leave today, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me to talk about your injury case, my information will be in the comments below. Thanks so much.